We also have a fear of losing the comfort, because whenever we are achieving goals, we are stepping out of our comfort zone. We are moving towards new horizons. So that also gives us a lot of fear of losing control. Talk about vision board magic, turning dreams into reality. So we're all going to discuss about goals, dreams that we all have, and how we can actually turn them into reality today. So before we start the session, I think Teja and Viveka would take over with a small activity. So let's start with an activity and then I'll pitch in later.
Yeah, everyone. So before we get into this dreams versus goals activity, so we have our two balloons ready with us. Teja, are you there?
Yes, Viveka. I have two balloons, a blue one and pink one.
Yeah. Yeah. So I have a purple and red balloon with me. So my question is, how many, which color of the balloon do you think will go higher? You can pop up your answers in the chat box.
Yeah, let us know the plain one or the polka dots. Which color, which design, which pattern will go fly high? I'll check the chat box. Violet, purple. Oh, Viveka, you're getting more votes. Polka dots will go high.
Oh. Okay, let me just zoom out a bit. The colors are purple and red. So which color do you think will go higher to the sky? The Tejas are blue and pink color.
And they're tied together. No, they're not tied together. Just
no, they're separate.
Good questions. Blue, purple, red.
Very smart question. Are they tied together?
Depends on the wind
velocity. Okay, cool.
Oh, height, width, height. Oh, between
violet, blue, the blue and pink, all the four balloons, which one would go higher if we leave it? Which color balloon do you think will go higher?
Between violet to blue. Okay, violet and blue competition. Violet polka.
Oh, nice answer. I want violet polka to go higher.
Nice oh, blue paint. Yeah, I got one vote.
Blue plane will go higher. Okay.
Oh.
Guys, we got our answer. Balloon will go higher with what is inside it. I think we were exactly looking for that answer. Thank you so much, Upasana.
Yes. Thank you, Upasana.
Oh, thank you, Srinivas.
Yes, color doesn't matter. Nice. Depend on the gas fill. Okay, cool.
True. So that's wonderful. So, Gayatri, I think we got the answers.
Yes, I think I'll just quickly give the relevance and then we will go to the next one. Sure. Okay, we've started with this activity. The topic is, vision board magic, turning dreams into reality. So we started with balloons. Our question was, which balloon will go higher? And you said it depends upon the air within, it depends upon the wind velocity. It doesn't depend on the color. It's based on what is inside the balloon. So it's based mainly on what is inside the balloon. External factors also, like the wind velocity, right? So why did we make you do this activity is the balloon is the goal. Your attitude, your behavior, your thoughts, your emotions is actually the gas or the air that is filled inside the balloon. So what is important for us to achieve goals or to kind of convert dreams into realities is basically our attitude. More than aptitude, which is your intelligence, I think it is your attitude which defines your altitude, which means how high you're about to go in life is all based on your attitude. So this is the punchline with which we wanted to start our session, and hence this activity. I think Teja and Viveka will again go back to the activity. Let them enjoy. Let them see it.
Yes. So we are back with the balloons again. I think most of them have, liking for the polka dots balloons more.
Yes. I can see more.
Yeah. So let's get started. So we are about to pop up these balloons. So I'm going first.
Yeah.
So which shall I pop first, the purple one or the red one?
I think they don't want to pop you the polka one. They want to pop the only the
See,
so
the red has come first.
Oh, red has to
so nobody likes red, is what I'm assuming. Okay, let's go with the red. Have a toothpick. It's just popped out. Hope you heard the sound.
No.
No? Teja, your turn.
Yeah. I'll. Oh, blue already. Without asking, I got an answer. Blue balloon in the silent mode. Yeah, mine is going to on a vibrate because I got a big needle. Pop it. You got the sound.
Yeah.
So we're going to pop it together, Viveka. Purple and pink.
1,
Okay,
2,
2,
3.
Oh,
And we could hear a little sound.
Oh, cool.
Good. Sound is cracking.
Okay. So can we have the presentation?
Yes, I'm going to share my screen.
Okay. So while you're doing it, why do you think we've popped the balloons? Why do you think we've bursted them? We asked you to, we had the blown up balloons when we started, and we were the ones who kind of bursted it as well, popped it as well. Why? Unlearn. Wow, once a goal is achieved, we pop it. What a beautiful way to look at it. Wonderful. Let go. Awesome. Yes, Rakshinda, let go. Nothing is permanent. Yes, very good, Mr. Pawan Kumar. To correct a myth, release negative energy or frequencies, not able to achieve. Yes, this was the idea with which we've given the activity, not able to achieve. We kind of burst it ourselves. We kind of let go of the dream or goal ourselves. Start fresh. Very true. A lot of you have a very positive perspective. You're giving us nice answers. Yeah. We fill the balloon happily, so we should burst it happily without attachments. Wow, awesome. Whatever negativity we have, very true. So we have kind of popped the balloons because we wanted to convey that most of the times the goals or the dreams that we have, we either let go, we leave them halfway through, we find it difficult to be consistent on our path to goal. We sometimes find that the goals that we have chosen for ourselves are very difficult. So we kind of let go of them or leave them halfway through. So there are different reasons why we kind of, pop the balloon ourselves, which is the goal ourselves. And we kind of leave it behind us. So in today's session, we are planning to talk about the what, why, and how of vision boards. Like, how is vision board and goals tied up together? What is the relevance? And we are also going to help you make your own personalized vision board too. So these are the objectives. Now, coming down to what are the blockages to goals? Can we have the next slide? What are the blockages to goals? Which is what is that toothpick? Next slide, Viveka. What is that toothpick? Toothpick is the blockage, right? Because that's what we've used to pop up our balloons. So basically, the main reason why we leave our goals behind, or why we kind of let go of the goals behind, are fears. Do you all agree that it is actually fears which stop us from achieving what we want to? Let me see how many of you agree. You can just leave a yes or no in the chat box. Very true. Fear is the main reason. Totally agreed. Yes. Yes. A lot of yeses.
Yes.
Okay. And that is why we started off with this activity, because what is important is subtle reminders to our mind as to what is stopping us from achieving our goals, or what is blocking us from achieving our goals, are very important. So you have to time and again listen to this presentation. One time listening would not help. You need to listen to these presentations repeatedly, because it's there on Wishwa's platform after this. And also you have to repeat these activities. Please repeat the balloon activity and bursting the balloon with your own toothpick, because your toothpick is nothing but the fear. The balloon and the gas or the air is nothing but your attitude, your zeal, your determination, your grit to get to it. So what are the common fears that we all kind of experience on our path to the goal? Viveka and Teja, one of you can read them.
Yeah, I can read it out for you. Fear of failure, fear of being judged, fear of losing control, fear of disappointing others, fear of not meeting expectations, fear of doubt in self, that is lack of trust. I'm not perfect and I can't.
So I would like to start from the last fear, most last fear, as in I am not perfect, I can't. I think most of the times what stops us is we kind of gauge our work right from the beginning. We kind of live in a lot of thoughts. We want to like perfect whatever we want to do, the strategy to achieve our goal in our mind itself. We try to use a lot of I can't statements, like I can't do this, I can't do that, I don't think this is possible, I don't think this will happen. So we kind of stop ourselves most of the time. And apart from this, there is always the fear of being judged, which is the most important one, because we have a fear, what if others judge me on the basis of my behavior towards my goal, or on the basis of my goal. And of course, we being social animals, we have a fear of disappointing others. What if I disappoint others? Like my parents expect me to be a doctor, but I want to be an artist. What if I end up disappointing them? Should I let go of my goal? Should I let go of my dream? Right now, please keep this fears in your mind, and probably we are just staying silent. I'm just staying silent for about 2 minutes, so that you can actually pick up what is your fear, or what is your blockage in the path of your goal. You can pick up from any of these fears. If you have anything else which is not there on this list, but it is acting as your fear, please make a note of it and keep it aside. We'll be addressing it. Once you're done writing down your fear, you can just leave a yes, which is an indicator that we can move on. Someone says none. Wonderful. Little bit of all those, someone like me. I have the fear of heights too. Okay. Only few. Fear of fears. How beautiful. Okay. Okay. I would just want the audience to limit the fears to the goal. So fear of water, fear of dark, we would be addressing it probably on a one-on-one basis if it is possible. But I think rest of them to the goal, you can be specific towards the goal. Thank you so much. So because you have noted down what are your fears, which is a blockage, I think we'll be moving on. But before I move on from this slide, I would just want to ask the audience, what is the best way to overcome your fears? How can we overcome fears? Can anyone answer that for me? You can actually turn on your videos and answer also, or unmute yourself and answer as well. Face it, repeat it, auto suggestions for success, taking action, wonderful. Yes, yes, that's where it all starts. Fear actually induces a lot of doubt in us, right? And where there's doubt, there's no confidence. Yes. So the opposite of doubt is confidence. So what is there at the core of confidence, at the center of confidence? What is that one quality that we all need? That is nothing but action. Until and unless we start on with an action, there is no feedback that flows. So we can't actually move on. We can't actually overcome our fears. So the best way to overcome fear is to start acting on the fear. So where there is a fear, it is an indicator of an action. It is an indicator of an opportunity. Can we move on? Thank you so much, guys. I'm actually reading them. I'll address them. I'm reading the messages, but I'll address them later. Thank you. Okay, the next question for the audience. What's the difference between dreams and goals? Can we use them alternatively, or are they completely independent, completely different? What's the difference between dreams and goals? It's different. Yes, if it's different, then what's a dream and what's a goal? Strong dreams can become goal. A goal is a dream that is being acted upon. Wonderful, Neera. Thank you so much. Goals require action. Yes. A goal is a dream being acted upon. Very true. Goal leads to realization of dreams. Wonderful connection. Yes. When dream is backed with action, it will be a goal. Excellent. Yes. That's what even my definition or our definition of goal is. Dream is something that we have when we are asleep. Dream is something when we have while we are awake as well. But most of the times, dream is in our thoughts. It is there in our mind. We are continuously thinking about it. We are thinking about manifesting it, but it is not in actions. It's only in thought. Right? So the first step is dreaming. The first step is dreaming big. The first step is dreaming high. The first step is dreaming without a fear or without a fear of what ifs, right? The next step is goal, which is when we actually start putting our dreams on paper. The moment you transfer your dream onto paper, that very second it becomes your goal. When a dream is transferred onto your paper, that very second it becomes your goal, because once it's on paper, it doesn't allow you to sleep. It will ask you to write down an action plan, and that's where our journey begins. So dream is the first step. We need to dream high, we need to dream big, but we also need to convert or put our dreams onto paper. That's when it becomes a goal. Because once we have a goal, we have motivation, we have a direction, and we have a focus in our life, right? So again, reiterating what I already said, at the core of confidence is action. Only action will help us overcome our fears. No amount of thought is going to help. Thought is only going to increase the rate of fears, increase the number of fears. Action is going to bring down the number of fears and also the intensity of the fears. Can we move on? So I did say that a dream when put on paper is actually a goal. So what do I do after I write my goal on paper, right? So you all have the Word documents that were given to you, right? When you got registered. So in that template, you will have the SMART acronym. Please, SMART acronym, and also the dream versus goal template. Stay there on the dream versus goal template. What I want you to do now is, I want you to write down all your dreams. Like you can just write about 2 or 3 dreams that you right now have in your mind in the dreams section. Do you all have the template with you?
Just in case if nobody has the templates, not an issue. You can take a white paper, divide it like this into two halves, and you can write down one side dreams and one side goals and start writing.
Okay. Take a white blank paper, as Viveka said, divide your paper into two sections. On one side, you can write your dreams, and the other section, leave it blank for your goals. We'll come to it. For now, you will have to write down dreams that you have in your life in the dreams section. You can write how many ever you want, but the minimum is about 2 or 3. We're moving on to the next slide. So how do I differentiate between dream and goals? Goal is something on paper, but what do I do when I put it on paper? Is there a structure? Is there a format that I have to follow? Yes, your goals always have to be smart. So you've already started your first step wherein you wrote your dreams on one side. Now you will shift them into your goals section by seeing if your dream is fulfilling this category. So I'll tell you what this categorization is. So your goals have to be SMART. SMART is an acronym for S being specific, M being measurable, A being achievable, R being realistic or relevant, T being time bound. Okay, so what is specific? Specific is wherein we are addressing one area at a time. We can have multiple dreams in multiple areas, but when we are actually making it a goal, we will do it one at a time, which means we will address one area at a time. Like for example, if I want to join cooking classes, if I want to learn an instrument, learn music, these are 3 different areas, right? Or these are different areas. So they're all there in my dreams, but when I am transferring them as goals, I'll do one at a time, which means one specific area at a time, so that I know that this is something which I need to achieve in the long run. Done? So specific in the SMART acronym stands for multiple areas versus one area. So instead of targeting multiple areas at one time, I'll target one area at a time. Why? Because remember, it is fears which will stop you, right? So when you feel overwhelmed, we immediately give up on our goals. We kind of lack energy or drive or motivation to continue with our goal. So let's not overwhelm ourselves. Let's keep our goals very specific by targeting one area at a time. The next letter, M, is measurable, which is measurable versus cannot be measured. So something which is tangible will always help me put a tick mark if I have done the, if I've achieved the goal or not. So supposing the example that is given there for you in the template, lose weight versus lose weight 3 kilos. So I'm being very specific, I want to lose how much weight. I'm being very, very specific about it. I have given myself a tangible target, something that I can measure. So when I say lose weight, I can't measure it. When I say lose weight 3 kilos, I can measure it, right? So measurable makes you say whether I have gotten that little tick mark or not. Okay. The next in the acronym is A, which talks about achievability. So achievability is about understanding the adequate resources that we have. Because most of the times, as a psychologist, I have seen that clients actually find it very difficult to understand whether they have the resources to achieve their goal or not. They're usually lost in their thought that, probably in order to act, I might need that, I might need this. So they're always lost in the future. So what we have to do is we'll have to get ourselves into the now and see what are the resources that I have in order to achieve my goal. For example, if I have to start a course which will cost me around 20K, and I only have about 5K, difference is about 15K. How can I bridge this gap? What can I do? Can I take a loan from someone? Can I approach a bank? Will someone help me? Can I earn and, keep this money aside from my savings and then join the course? So these are actually different resources that you are tapping into in order to understand the achievability of the goal. The next one is realistic or relevance, Relevance is the most important aspect of the SMART acronym because it speaks about in the now, like how relevant is my goal to my life right now. Like, for example, I am a psychologist, I'm a practitioner, I have a full-fledged career, and there's a fixed finance coming in from there. And off late, I've been having this urge to get into art as a full-time career. So if I go by my relevance, I will not pick up art as a career. I will instead pick up art as a hobby and continue with psychology and probably expand into other aspects of psychology like training, right? So relevance talks about what is appropriate for you in the now. Okay. Then the last one, time bound or the time frame for a goal is very important, because until and unless we define our goal by a time frame, we will be sitting on them forever. We will be sleeping over our dreams and goals forever. And we are not heading anywhere until and unless there's a time frame. That is why when we study, there is a time frame, right? There are two important qualities that we all need to have as part of our goal achievement. One is speed and the other one is accuracy. So it's important to pick up any skill in order to achieve our goals, and the speed, which indicates the time limit, is also important. So every goal has to be time bound. So this template is already shared in the chat box. So you can actually now use the sheet that where you have started, wherein you have put in your dreams, right? Like you've listed your dreams, right? So you can now start converting into goals using the SMART acronym. Is my dream made specific so that it qualifies to be a goal? Is my dream made measurable so that it qualifies to be a goal? Is my dream made achievable so that it qualifies to be a goal? Is my dream made relevant? Is my dream relevant so that it qualifies to be a goal? And is my dream time bound so that it qualifies to be my goal? Okay, someone has given the questions about the financial aspects. The financial aspects, I think, are both external and internal. As you have rightly pointed out, there are certain external variables in terms of finances which are not in our control. But what we really need to understand is we don't have to go beyond what is in our capacity, because sometimes what we have on hand is also important. Like, for example, if I'm a student and if I feel that my parents actually cannot provide for me, then I think I will have to focus on the kind of help that I can get from my teachers, other students, in getting my subject so accurate that I qualify for a scholarship, or that I qualify my exam in a way that I get into a merit seat. So there is always a possibility into impossibility. So the word impossibility itself has possibility. So as much as we can focus on the possibility, I will not say that impossibility wouldn't be there. Every goal will have impossibility aspects into it. But the moment we start focus on possibility, we'll focus on what is in our control. And that is the biggest attitude change for any goal achievement.